Everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Stephanie. So today I wanted to talk about everything that has been going on with the and everybody freaking out. I don't want to undermine everybody and say that it's nothing to freak out over. People are losing their jobs, their businesses. It's very, very, very scary. What I have been seeing a lot of on social media is people sharing memes or joking about how they can't stop eating because they're stuck at home and they can't stop sleeping or wanting to sleep, wanting to eat. But I know for a lot of people, this is an actual issue, and a lot of people really do struggle with sleeping all day. People that are depressed, if you've ever been depressed or if you are depressed, you know that it is really hard to get out of bed. It's really hard to just even stay awake sometimes, especially when you have nothing to do. And people who are anxious, who even deal with depression, anxiety, a lot of people tend to have like a bad relationship with food, and they tend to go straight for food whenever they're feeling this way, you know, stress eating or eating out of boredom, anything like that. It is a natural habit for a lot of humans to turn to food when they are bored, but for a lot of people it could be very detrimental for their health in the amounts that they consume. It's mentally exhausting, and a lot of people like myself that have dealt with an eating disorder before, it is scary thinking of being at home with all of this food. Recently, so my relationship with food has evolved quite a bit, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm a lot more comfortable around food. Whenever my binging was really bad, I had moved out of my parents' house, and I swore that I would not keep any junk food within reach because I knew that I would binge on it. And this included dark chocolate. This included food with very minimal amounts of sugar. Even if it was like raw, organic paleo treats, if it had sugar in it, or even unbleached flour, like if it wasn't coconut or almond flour, I would not keep it in the house. And lately, for the past few months since I have moved in with my fiance, we are very lenient, and he has helped me so much with my relationship with food. I'm able to enjoy food and keep it in the house. And we don't really keep a whole lot of junk food in the house, but we do keep some things. And lately, with everything that's been going on, we have went out and we've gone and bought like some granola bars and stuff like that, just in case the stores do run out of food or something happens, because everybody's panicking. And I've actually had to hide some of those because it does trigger some past eating habits, eating beliefs, and just seeing those foods kind of scares me. So we have just kind of hid them, you know, once this is all over, we're gonna give them away. But it can be scary for those who still don't have a good relationship with food. For those people who don't have a good relationship with food still, I do suggest keeping yourself busy. That's the best thing that you can do, whether this is cleaning, if you know, right now is the best time for spring cleaning, drawing, journaling, doing some yoga, meditating, anything like that. Whenever I was having a bad relationship with food. I did a lot of work from home, and that helped me a lot with the not overeating, not wanting to binge, stuff like that. Drawing and cleaning, I cleaned like crazy, and I still do to this day. When I get anxious, I start cleaning, and I know that sometimes it can be like excessive, but that is what keeps me preoccupied from eating everything. And I know that I will feel a lot better about cleaning the whole house than I will about eating everything in the pantry and then wanting to work it all off or regretting it. It's very hard. It is extremely, extremely hard, especially when you're in that space, that headspace, and you're sitting there contemplating, like, what do I do? Am I really hungry? Why do I want to eat? And it can go on, and it can put you in a really, really, really bad mood. It can bring you down. It can make you feel extremely anxious. And I know for me, I beat myself up so bad for even having those thoughts. But sometimes you just gotta get up and you gotta do something. And I know it's really hard right now since everything's closed and a lot of people can't even leave their house. But there's so much to do around your house. I'm sure that there are places in your house that need to be cleaned, or there are places, that are places in your life that you want to work on things. For me, I know that meditation was the best thing for me when it came to self-healing. I was seeing a therapist at the time, and he would, talk me through these things. He would help me a lot. And so I was seeing a therapist and I was seeing a psychiatrist. And my psychiatrist and I were working on brain spotting and stuff like that. And she would have me do homework, as we would call it. And I was also seeing a therapist who was my boss at the time, and he would help me more of how to cope day to day with my anxiety, my depression, everything. So I had one person, pulling out these traumas and helping me understand why I was wired, or why I am wired the way that I am. And then I had another person helping me cope with these day-to-day habits and helping me cope with trying to rewire my brain patterns and everything like that. So one thing that really helped me was I would come home and I would meditate on it. If I was having a bad day, if I was feeling super anxious, I would just meditate on it, and I would just sit on the floor and close my eyes and allow myself to sit with it. I started incorporating prayer into it. I started incorporating yoga, and it was something that cleared my mind, that just made me feel so good. That is something that now that all of this is going on, I'm trying to work on a little bit more. I truly believe that self-care is huge, and so many people have lost themselves in their jobs, in side hustles, and all kinds of stuff, all piled together, and they've just completely lost themselves. They haven't learned how to love themselves, and they don't take care of themselves. And I believe right now, I know it's not under great circumstances, but now's the time to implement those self-care routines and to work on your mental health. And as things are shifting and things are moving along and everything, I believe that right now is time to just take a break from life and from everything. Just take a break, take a breath, and when everything picks up again, when everything starts again, then you are prepared on how you want to start your life again and how you want to go about it. And you're able to rethink, okay, I was waking up, going to work, I was coming home, doing my side hustle, and then I was making my meals for the day, and then probably doing more side hustle, more work, whatever, and then my workout, and then going to bed. you have time to rewire that. Like, okay, what do I want to do? Do I have time now to fit in this healthcare routine because I know that this is important to me? Or, you know, stuff like that. Now's the time to really take advantage of having a lot of time, taking care of yourself, taking care of your family, cleaning your house, doing what's good for you. Going back to the food, I like to think of, like I said in my last video, the withdrawal and the deposits. You know, I sit there and I think, okay, am I withdrawing or am I depositing? Is getting up and going and eating all of this food when I'm honestly really not that hungry, is that withdrawing or depositing? And most of the time it's withdrawing. I know that I'm gonna go eat all that food and I'm gonna feel even worse than I did before if I would have just sat with my feelings or if I would have just gone and done something else. When I get out of that headspace, I meditate a little bit, or I just get up, start cleaning, start you know, doing a workout, something like that. I don't regret that at all. I do not regret it one bit, because I've been able to I've been very intuitive with my body lately, and I've been able to understand my intentions with everything that I do. So even if I do a workout, if I go into it doing a workout because I feel like I need to burn some extra calories or I need to lose some extra weight or whatever, I don't do that workout because I know my intentions are right, and to me that is a withdrawal. So instead I will go and clean. And if I know that I have other things to do and cleaning is my procrastination, I know that cleaning at that time is a withdrawal. So I will do what I need to do instead and look at that as a deposit. I'm getting done what I need to do, and it's keeping me from binging or excessively working out or whatever that is. So I know that there's a lot being said right now, and I'm hoping you guys are understanding all of this, but there's a lot that you can do to keep yourself preoccupied. Calling somebody, talking to family members. You know, there are even lots of healthcare professionals right now that are willing to talk to people online or over the phone to help them out with what they need. There are lots of people who are lowering their prices to work with people over the phone, stuff like that. There are resources everywhere still. And I know it's scary, you know, things are shutting down, stuff like that, but I promise you have your resources that you need. And soon you know, hopefully this will all pass and we will be back to our normal lives again. I'm praying for each and every single one of you, and I just hope that all of you are doing good. And just know that I'm here, as well as many other healthcare professionals, many other health coaches, life coaches, stuff like that. I do work with clients who are recovering from eating disorders. I help them find the healthcare professionals that they need to help them get through this eating disorder or this time in their life. And with that healthcare professional, I work with that client to take them through the steps that they need to, hold them accountable, and make sure that they get through this, they don't feel alone, and make sure that they have all the resources that they need to complete this. So if you know anybody that is dealing with an eating disorder, if you yourself are dealing with an eating disorder, please contact me. If I myself can't help you, I will find somebody who can. I just want you guys to know that you're not alone, that there are so many people that aren't going through what you're going through exactly, but we understand and we know how to help you. So if you have any questions, please contact me. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.